So, here it is. The inside of the Innsmouth Museum. It looks enchanting, Mr. Mayor.
I'm glad to see you're impressed, Mr. Graham, and that you decided to visit Innsmouth after all. But, as you can see, the museum is currently going through challenging times. Due to a rotting roof in most of the halls, there's a lot of moisture. We had to remove the most valuable exhibits to protect them from mold.
It's a bit chilly in here, but don't worry. My foundation has restored buildings in worse condition. Dr. Krauss, how do you find the local exhibits? Aren't they treasures?
Oh, are you asking me? I'm thrilled! I can't wait to start my work here. I'll instruct my team to conduct an additional inventory.
Mr. Graham, the museum is on the brink of closure. I would even dare to compare this place to an old and ailing horse that's better off being put down to end its suffering. Most private collectors have far superior collections than what you can find here. Are you sure you're ready to take on its restoration and upkeep? It's madness.
I know what I'm doing. They've called me worse names, my friend. Give me some time, and your town will be known for more than just the cheapest brothels. Thank you for your time, Mr. Mayor. I won't keep you any longer. Dr. Kruger and I will explore the museum, and if his assessment is positive, my lawyer will deliver all the necessary documents to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. You're the only patron who has shown interest in Innsmouth cultural heritage. I'm just not sure what you are expecting to find in this place, but that's your business now.
Brain, you're a terrific actor.
I'm sorry, Head. I thought we agreed that my nickname is Kruger, not Kraus.
Don't worry. I believe this museum building will be perfect for the moths.
What? What's happening? This building is about to collapse! Gosh!
Keep your composure. It's just a minor earthquake. These things happen in Innsmouth. I visited this town with my father when I was young.
As you say, Head. But what was that noise?
You need to get out of the laboratory more often, Brain. I'm sure it's just a ship's siren leaving Innsmouth Harbor. Gather your people and see what interesting exhibits the moths can find here.
Greetings, Ed. There's something we need to discuss.
What happened? You look all dirty.
It's better to discuss matters in private. Brain, aren't you supposed to be dealing with test tubes in the basement or something?
Cease your bickering, gentlemen. We don't keep secrets from one another. Remember what the code states. Knowledge is light. Moths fly toward the light.
All right. Lotus and I visited the village, as per your orders. Many of the residents there are not in their right minds. They refused to talk to me. As night fell, we followed a group of fishermen dressed in rags who were heading towards the shore. They were mumbling something about the heart of the sea and carrying sacks. Approaching the ocean, they boarded a boat and dropped those sacks near some sort of huge rock sticking out from the surface of the ocean. A thunderstorm began, and the fishermen returned to the village. Lotus and I decided to use the same boat to get a closer look at the rock. Suddenly, as we approached the boat, attackers emerged from nowhere. There were many more of them, and I can swear they were inhuman. We had to flee, and something very strange happened there. I'm certain it was some kind of cult ritual, but I have no idea who those attackers were.
Calm down, Hand. You did everything right. Don't jump to conclusions.
Gosh! Hand, why couldn't you have observed them more closely? What if they remember you?
He did everything right. Go get some rest. You've done a great job. Tomorrow morning, assemble a larger group from our society members and head back to the protrusion. Brain will also provide some of his people. For now, let's disperse and rest.
And now this is truly strange. The moon didn't disappear by morning. Why is it turned red-pink? I don't like this, Head.
I agree. My wise father has records of this in his journals. Let's wait for Hand and his team.
Here's the rock the fishermen were talking about.
My people are already examining it. And it's not just a rock. It's a monolith. I can't say yet what the monolith was doing at the bottom of the ocean, but it's definitely not a simple rock. It's covered in symbols of an ancient language. But that's not the strangest part. Inside the monolith, we detected signs of a very powerful force, the nature of which I'll need to investigate further. And I can't wait to begin my research. Head, if this monolith holds any secrets, I will uncover them. I never tire of repeating, there are no unknowable things if you're willing to accept that the answer may be far more insane. I'm so excited. It's as if Christmas came early this year.
Go ahead, Brain. Do your magic. Now, regarding the moon. According to my father's journals, the bloody moon is a sign of a new era approaching. An era of a new order and the coming of the elder gods. My father didn't speak idly. So I'm beginning to lean towards the idea that our arrival in Innsmouth is not in vain.
I've already heard this from a local. Though they may not be talkative, I can get anyone talking. The local claims to have seen amphibious people with bulging eyes and scales all over their bodies. He says they are messengers of the gods.
Please try to avoid using force whenever possible. You know I don't encourage it. So, this is no longer mere gossip or jokes. We stand on the brink of something great and incomprehensible. What's happening now, what everything is leading to, was one of my father's greatest fears. He hoped this day would never come. But I'm ready to face this battle. I won't shame the memory of my grandfather and father. We need to establish ourselves in Innsmouth and set up our headquarters here. Please go visit the mayor and inform him that the museum is already under restoration. But before that, We need new people. Volunteers who are eager to uncover the truth. New Moths members.
Head, it's good that you're here. We haven't been able to decipher the inscriptions yet. The ancient language specialist insists that these symbols don't resemble any known language. It's a dead language older than Sumerian. That's not all. We were fortunate to discover something very peculiar. Something inside the monolith emits low-frequency pulses in a binary rhythm. The nature of these pulses is completely incomprehensible to us.
Bad news, sir. The new recruit didn't return on time. I sent a search party to assist him. Unfortunately, when the search party found him, it was too late. He was already lifeless. We brought his body here to honor his contribution to our cause and bid him farewell with honors.
Poor soul. After death, his face froze in an inhumane grimace from the horrors he witnessed on his journey. Good folks, please prepare a pyre for the cremation of the unfortunate.
What's happening?
Take cover.
Is it over? I think we have nothing more to fear. I've never seen anything like this before.
Look at the face of the deceased. It's no longer distorted by an inhuman grimace. Perhaps, crazy as it may sound, the monolith absorbed all the horror he experienced.
Brain, your hypothesis is not crazy at all. My father wrote about it in his journals. This artifact consumes the fear and dreadful pain experienced by humans. In return, it provides immense power that can be harnessed. Didn't you just witness that?
Head, we need to study it in more detail before using it. We don't fully understand what we're dealing with.
Brain, look outside at the blood moon. Isn't that a sign? What if the monolith is our only salvation from the cosmic threat looming over this doomed town? What if we have to fight the elders? Fight the very gods? Gods whose mere thought drives the most experienced members of our secret society insane.
You can count on me. I'm with you to the end.
Miss Julia, it's a pity you don't want to join our society. Your determination and skills would be useful to us.
Our views may be similar, but each of us has our own goal. You're a wise person. Surely you realize that I wasn't snooping around the museum on the day of our meeting without reason.
I know. I know much more than you think, including the disappearance of your sister.
What? How do you know about that? Do you know something about her fate?
I know a lot, though not everything, of course. In a world ruled by shadows, the path to light is very thorny. Maybe your path will become easier in the company of like-minded people. But do you really want to know your answer? The monolith is becoming a source of power that we desperately need. By absorbing the horrors and torments of the dead, it makes us more prepared to face truly serious dangers.
The secret of the monolith elude both me and my scientists. Head, you somehow knew that there would be work for us in Innsmouth. But these fears, this is more than just energy. It could be something far greater than we can imagine. My team is still racking their brains, hoping to grasp the essence of this strange artifact. We are playing with forces that could consume us.
The head knows what he's doing. This is our chance. Every sacrifice is a step toward hope. We can't stop halfway.
Well, well, what a pleasant company we've gathered here. Quite the show you put on at the bar. So, anyone in need of special services? I can get you anything you need, and more. But every service has its fair price.
Greetings, weirdo. We are the Moths. I knew you'd be interested in our offer, and I'm sure we will be useful to each other. But we're less interested in services and more in information.
Head, he's a monster. Do you really trust him?
Don't trust that creature. His services might turn out to be more dangerous than useful. The world will end anyway. Your attempts to change anything are so pathetic that they make me sick.
Everyone has their price and place in this world. You only see part of the picture, and our goal requires actions that others might consider cruel.
First the monolith, now working with a monster. You must be careful, Head. We shouldn't blindly follow something that could lead to our demise. Well, my brainy friend, it seems your concerns aren't entirely unfounded. But you sought me out. Here I am, Mr. Grum. I'm a businessman, just like you. My word is as good as gold.
Fellowship. We are playing a game with the highest stakes. Sometimes to win, you have to take risks and rely on forces that may seem too dark for your understanding.
monolith. It can't take it. This is more than it can absorb.
Now's not the time for doubts, idiot. We're approaching the peak, where everything will fall into place.
What place is that, Head? The artifact is very unstable. We need to stop the experiment. Now!
You only see fragments, but I see the entire canvas. Soon he will awaken.
Who will awaken? Head, you're dragging us into the abyss.
All that is hidden will now be revealed. Zagat, Muret, Valnar.
What have we done? My faith was just a mirage. Head, you betrayed us, and you betrayed me.
I was sure I was getting close to understanding its structure. But in reality, I was only playing a game I didn't understand. I have no idea how these forces work. What do I even know? What? What the hell is that?
I hope that bastard's dead. The head pretended to be light, and it blinded us. But now the light is out. Now we're left in darkness.
It was all for nothing? We are destroying the world ourselves? For what? And now the portal is open. What will come through? More creatures? What will be left for us? Only the shattered remains of what we once were.
I always sought to know more. Maybe only through darkness can we truly understand the world. Give me his journals. I want to dive into the dark knowledge that clouded the head's mind. Maybe they hold some clues.
I have gathered you all to deliver bad news. I have just returned from a scouting mission to the place the locals call the Borderland. And things are looking very grim for us. A gigantic monster has emerged from the ocean's depths. The head wanted to awaken someone. Who? What if these forces are so powerful that the world was already doomed?
I can explain everything, but what I see, it doesn't fit any framework. It's something beyond reason. We've awakened forces we were never meant to touch. I have been studying the diaries of the head's father for several weeks now, and I believe I know who the head has been trying to awaken. It's Cthulhu, one of the elder gods. If that's true, the situation is indeed very grim. But there is a small glimmer of hope. There is a chance to close the portal forever. However, it requires a great sacrifice.
What kind of sacrifice? Killing a dozen of innocent people? No. There must be a solution that doesn't involve spilling innocent blood. But I no longer believe in our success. Maybe Grimm was right all along. The world is spiraling into the abyss.
You want to give up? Is that all you're capable of? You all came here seeking change, and now, on the brink of something incredible, you tuck your tails? Didn't you feel how this has changed you? Open wounds have turned to scars, but scars don't just represent pain. They show that you survived. So, do you really want to give up now, when these scars are already a part of you? What are you so afraid of? The monsters at the gate? We all have our monsters inside. Each of us has been changed by what we've endured. And some of us have changed for the worse. But isn't giving up now just another form of betrayal to ourselves?
And what do you understand? All of you. You're involved in horrors I couldn't have even imagined. And now, the arrival of Cthulhu on top of it all. You are murderers. You took my sister from me. And you expect me to be on your side? I'm leaving. You've brought this on yourselves. Burn in hell! You and your pathetic society of losers!
Hand, the ritual I speak of. It requires more than just any sacrifice. And I'm afraid it cannot be made. The sacrifice must be something or someone truly cherished by the person who opened the portal. I can't even imagine what that could be.
The head lied to us this whole time. He turned out to be worse than any of the monsters that now roam around. I doubt there's anything in this world that he cared about, besides his obsession with revenge. He betrayed us. The head had his demons, and now we've seen where that led. I never felt this helpless, not even during the war. This is our trial. Reality is crumbling around us. But if they had taught me anything, it's to see it through to the end, even if all the odds are against us. Even if it's total madness.
You humans, you always ruin everything. Can't you see? You are the cause of this catastrophe. You destroyed everything around and are dragging me into your grave. Never in my life have I been as wrong as when I underestimated the power of occult sciences. Carvot Ulnar. I'm as excited as I was in my freshman year at Harvard. I can master so much new knowledge. I and my scientists, my acolytes, still can't get used to this, are ready to perform the ancient ritual. A ritual that is supposed to close the cursed portal. The creatures will no longer be able to enter Earth. But without a sacrifice, the ritual may fail.
My recruits, like hundreds of bees, are striking at Cthulhu. He no longer seems so invulnerable. It's costing us dearly, but I believe this might work. After analyzing the head's entire life, Lotus and I came to the conclusion that if they had cherished anything, it was the memories of his father. His journals must be the key to this. He drew information from them. He always kept them with him. These journals must be sacrificed and bury this dark knowledge forever.
So, let's begin the ritual.
What the? This is impossible.
I won't let you ruin everything. You are all just my pawns. My plan is nearly complete. And it's not for you miserable fools to decide what must happen. The fate of the world is already sealed. And now, everything will end as it was meant to. And it was foolish of you not to flee. Unfortunately, now I'll have to deal with you as well.
I couldn't save my soldiers. But now, I will save you.
What have you done? You? But how did you?
This is for my sister, you bastard!
This is what I was always seeking. Mysteries that never succumbed to logic. Now I can control them. Dracul Natal!
Congratulations, my friend. We tend to think our actions fade into the whirl of time, leaving no trace. But there are moments when a single act can change the course of the world. As if the entire universe had been waiting for it.
What was that noise?